Welcome to Talk Michelle. I will talk, you will talk, we will talk. We will have some fun and laughter, but mainly we'll be encouraging each other. In today's video, we'll be looking at 5 quick ways to avoid or diffuse an argument, whether that's with your work colleague, your spouse, or a friend. However, make sure to consider the appropriateness of each tip. With that said, let's get to it. Tip number 1. Walk away and say nothing. This might sound simple, but it will take every effort in you to do this, especially when you might be feeling hurt, cheated, or even embarrassed. But if you really want to avoid an argument, this is a surefire way to do so. This, however, might not be appropriate within all work settings, in which case, see tip number 2. Tip number 2. Suggest that you revisit this at a later date and time. This will give you the opportunity to calm down and to think about your response. Be clear about when you want to address the situation again. Do not leave it hanging. Tip number 3. Do not, and I repeat, do not go away and send an angry email or text. If you need to write the email when you're angry, do not send, but save it in your draft. In the situation allows, leave it for at least a day or two. Come back, reread before you press send. Emails and texts sent in anger can irrecoverably damage what was once a solid relationship and could possibly lead to loss of a job and also the respect that someone has for you, as this can now be used as evidence against you, even though you might not genuinely be feeling that way. Tip number 4. Give an unexpected reply. This tool is dependent on the appropriateness of the situation. For example, if a negative comment was made about your work, your response could be, "The new Ford Citroen has a great stereo system," or "I learned how to hula hoop last year." This will definitely change the direction of the conversation and very likely put a smile on the offender's face, and then walk away. Tip number 5. Say, "I am sorry. You might be right," or "I understand." All of these will either be showing some level of acceptance to take some of the blame, show willingness to consider the other person's point of view, and also a level of empathy. Apologies are all that is required sometimes to totally diffuse the situation. And bonus tip number 6. Do not follow the other person from room to room. Give the other person some space to cool down. Following them around will more likely to aggravate the situation than make it better. And that was my bonus tip for today. Let's quickly revise tips that we've looked at so far. Walk away and say nothing. Request to revisit at a later date and time. Do not send an angry email or text. Provide an unexpected answer, possibly a funny one. Say, "I am sorry, I understand," or "You might be right." And our bonus tip was, do not follow from room to room. This is Talk Michelle. Leave a comment on the video and let me know if you've used any of these points. Join me next time for more words of encouragement where I will talk, you will talk, we will talk.